This is Vince Reese, Colorado Mortgage Guy, powered by Plum Creek Funding, here to help you meet all of your mortgage needs. Today we're going to be talking about, I am here to help you get the credit score that you deserve. There are a couple things that go into getting that credit score. Number one is the amount of credit that you have, good versus bad credit, and the amount of credit that you owe compared to what your high credit limits are. So first we're going to talk about high credit limits. So if you have a credit card and you owe, or you have a balance of about $900 on it, and your high credit limit is $1,000, so you're ending up about right here. This can negatively impact your credit score. If you have a high balance of $1,000 and you only owe like $25 on that credit card, then I have seen credit card scores or credit scores increase over 100 points depending on what the other factors may be. So credit scores are based on the formula of how much you owe against existing credit cards that you currently have. The second part that I'd like to talk about in getting the credit score that you deserve is how do you talk to these creditors? So the first thing you want to remember is that they are there to collect money from you. They're not going to be your friend. You're not going to go to dinner with them. You're not going to go have beers with them. They are there for one reason, to collect money from you. So when you call them, you need to be very professional and speak very clearly. So number one is you want to call them up and say that you recently pulled your credit and their account showed up on your credit report, and you want to verify what this is. So then they will typically say, okay, what is your name, what's your social, something like that, to pull up the account. Never ever, do not let them know that you are trying to purchase a home. So number one is, when did they receive your account? Number two, where did the account come from? What was the original company? Number three, how much do you owe on that account? Number four, is there still a current balance on that account? Number five, you need to ask them, what would it take to resolve this account today? They're going to say either a certain dollar amount, which is less than what you currently owe on it, and you're going to say, okay, so if I give you this dollar amount today, will you remove this from my credit? They will respond with either yes or no. If they respond yes, get a letter documenting this immediately. If they say no, ask to speak to a supervisor or somebody that can actually have the authority to remove this from your credit. So part three to getting the credit that you deserve is, are these creditors reporting accurately to the credit bureau? Well, just based on what I said previously in my previous comments, when you call these creditors up, you want to make sure that they can prove that you were 30 days late, they can prove who the creditor came from, and they can prove that you are the person that should be collected upon. The biggest question that I see is, okay, so if there is a collection account, what is the difference in settling the account versus paying the full balance? If the account is already being reported negatively, then it's not going to have any impact on your credit score if you settle for less than the full balance. If the account is in a positive standing, then yes, it could have a negative impact on your credit score. So settling an account that's in bad standing, give them as little money as you can because it's not going to affect your credit score. I would just like to thank you again for listening to my video. And remember, I am here to help you get the credit score that you deserve. That is my ultimate goal. So again, this is Vince Reese, Colorado Mortgage Guy, powered by Plum Creek Funding. You can reach me here with all my contact information.